Hey everyone, I'm Rather Incoherent, back with some more Scarlet Keys. We're going to our third scenario today, Sanguine Shadows. So far, Charlie and Zoe have been absolutely crushing it. Charlie's been doing way better than I expected him to. Their decks will be here in a second, I promise. And Runic Axe and Zoe's been doing really, really well, at least at this player count. I'm still very hesitant about being main fighter with that in a large group, but I do think it's a lot more possible than I previously did based on our first time experience. Next up, coming to Sanguine Shadows, in our setup, we've remembered that Bolivar trusts us and we've added our fourth tablet, and then we're straight into the scenario. The way this scenario works is there is a resetting 7 Doom agenda. It starts with player's Doom, so 2 Doom for us. And we have these locations. We randomly move the one that would be here, so match to this one. And each of these locations, other than the middle one, has a token on it representing that La Chica Roja is trying to steal something. La Chica Roja has concealed 5. She has 5 decoys and herself. And she's trying to steal one of these, we don't know which. And our goal is to stop her. Anytime she steals one, she'll add it to the scenario card, or sorry, to our own card, and anytime she doesn't steal one, that we stop her and get it ourselves, we'll add it to the scenario card. First to 3 wins. If you can beat the scenario without ever letting her get one, there is a secret optional final act / agenda, but I literally just deleted that already because A, I've never been remotely close to getting that done, and B, I don't think this team is going to be the one to do it. We're low player count, so Concealed 6 is a nightmare for us. The movement tax here is insane. Charlie has setup time, and he's our cluever. And without clues, you can't really do this safely. There's just no way we're getting that secret act. Coming over to the deck list, for Charlie Kane, what he needs is to draw his combo. He needs to draw Summon Hound and Chance Encounter, and realistically, he also needs to draw Bonnie Walsh, even though we've been getting an opening mulligan every time so far. He needs to draw Milan and Magnifying Glasses. There's too much stuff that he needs to not just buy Perceptions and Unrelentings to bulk up the draw on the deck tremendously. Coming over to Zoe, I have a very unique upgrade. I'm banking 5 experience and buying Beat Cops. The Beat Cops only cost me 2 because it's down the rabbit hole. The reason I'm doing this, honestly, none of the other upgrades in the deck even feel that important right now. None of them are a big deal. But stick to the plan is tremendously important. If we win this scenario, which I assume we are, we'll get 4 experience. 5 plus 4 is 9. That's actually the cost of Stick to the Plan plus 2 upgrades from down the rabbit hole. Stick to the Plan will be 7, and then to upgrade, say, Emergency Cash and an Overpower, that'll be 8 and 9. If I don't bank 5 experience, I cannot buy Stick to the Plan efficiently, and there's just nothing I really need. So, yeah, we're doing this, which is something I've never done before, but I'm pretty confident that it's right, because otherwise I don't get Stick to the Plan. And I'm going to be fine this scenario. There's not all that much fighting. Beat Cops are great. I don't need anything else. I'm doing my job well enough. So I think I can get away with this. So with all of our introduction done, let's get right into it. Let's see what we're doing this game. All right, so I'm pretty sure I hard mull this entire hand. Even practice makes perfect looking for Bonnie Walsh. No, practice makes perfect can hit both Unrelenting and Perception too, and then draw effectively 4 cards. You keep that. But everything else is out. Unrelenting opening hand does hurt my practice makes perfect a little bit, but not too much. It's fine. Deep Knowledge, take heart, practice makes perfect, Unrelenting. We're gonna draw another 10 cards in the first 2 turns, and then we'll see what we actually drew. Over here, let's add the draw 1 button again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This gets auto mold. We're gonna keep our Runic Axe, and then our job is done, and we don't need any of this other shit. We could keep Deep Knowledge for ourselves. But I mean, I'd rather just... I guess we keep Deep Knowledge, and then we draw 3 more. Draw 4 more, I guess. Really wanted to hit those weaknesses, huh, Zoe? Are there enemies in this deck? There must be. Okay, we've got Night Gaunts and Coterie Envoys. I was wondering if I drew my weakness, what even does it pull? But yes, there are enemies for it to pull. I would really like hitting my 1-of Bandolier. I think maybe if I see Bandolier opening hand, I'm supposed to hold it if I have Runic Axe already. But that's a big if. Once you've already got Runic Axe, the mulligan changes a lot because you're doing so well. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's see what we're doing. Stand together first on Zoe. You both gain 2 resources. I'll get there eventually. I kind of want to just play Hallowed Mirror and immediately heal Charlie. I'm going to Deep Knowledge myself, get 3 new cards. Charlie's hand is already full. Oh. Well, shit. Now I have to make really weird choices about my weapons. Survival Knife is swinging at +2 for 2 twice for free every turn. Is that just better than the Runic Axe? Because I have to spend actions on the Runic Axe? Gee, I think it is. I guess I'm going double knives. And that'll be Zoe. For Charlie, we're at a difficulty 3 location because we play on standard. Probably should have mentioned that in the first video, but oh well. And we could always just give up and say La Chica Roja wins, but over my dead fucking body. So let's figure this out. Magnifying glass, get out of my hand. That's not an action. Magnifying glass is a secret card and therefore not remotely balanced. Actually, this is a 3-shroud location. Let's imagine I did this right then. Let's imagine I just investigated with take card first and failed, because I mean, I'm going to. Are there penalties? There's probably penalties. Such is life with take card. There are actually no penalties. The cultist is obviously bad, but there aren't many concealed minis at the same location, and currently there are none at my location, so... Oh no. I've got -0, which still fails. So, 2 resources, 2 cards, chance encounter's nice to see. It means my dogs are online once I find them. Magnifying glass goes down, investigate, practice makes perfect. Looking for an unrelenting or a perception 2 preferably. Missed both. I mean, I guess I'll just take a deduction and be okay with that, right? I could take unrelenting, but I've already got one in hand. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just get more, it's fine. Tablet. It's fine, because unrelenting draws before you reveal the token. Get out of here. I've played Sinus, I know that shit doesn't work. Although I should probably still play from the practice makes perfect, right? Actually, no, I did. I just played take card as well. And I got stand together, so 7 is the right amount of money. Now, there are a distressingly low number of allies in this Charlie Kane hand. But we'll get them eventually. Oh, there was a perception in my hand. Probably should have used that. Just forgot about that. But I need to not just overdraw for no reason, so I'll go ahead and emergency cash as my last action. Astounding tempo. You get them, Charlie Kane. Draw all the cards, gain all the money, do nothing. I didn't know I picked green as my color, but it sure feels like it right now. Hey, the dog's here. Never mind, we're online, we're broken, we're busted. It's good. 2 vicious blows, 2 knives, everything's going well for us. 30 card encounter deck. Oh yeah, this is really important. This force text, I actually forgot about this. It's kind of a big deal. If you expose a decoy, she attacks you. Which is only for 1/1 initially. But yeah, we need clues to use location abilities to not get murdered by her. Alright, cool. She will now attack you once you reveal her, which is super fun. And there's a bound night gaunt. Okay. I guess it's gonna get to hit me probably. There's just not like an efficient way for Zoe to deal with this. It's just like, yeah, it's here. Do I go on Charlie Kane, investigate, do something, and then engage the Night Gaunt so that Zoe can play second knife and then engage the Night Gaunt? Because I don't want to stab this thing 3 times this turn. I've been thinking about this for a while. I think I have to do the dumb engage play on Charlie. Like, it's way better to give up an action on Charlie so that I actually get the knife over here on Zoe and have, like, the ability to fight going forward, instead of just spending my whole turn stabbing at 1 over and over again. So, we're gonna do this. We're Perception, Dog, Unrelenting. I've never heard of the tablet before in my life. What tablet token? What are you talking about? -3, is that even a pass? Difficulty of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -3 is 4 to 3. I only get 1 card, but it is a pass. Hound goes in the discard pile. That's actually, like, really important. That was the main benefit of the test. I suppose I also do get a clue, though. That is technically something I should care about. We're at a crossroads, by the way. I don't think I give this to... Actually, I'd probably just give this to Zoe, don't I? I give it to Zoe. She gets at a crossroads, knife, engage. It's her full turn. She'll probably overdraw something, but that's not the biggest deal. Because I can just throw away this axe I'm already set up to fight with the knives. Yeah, we're at a crossroads. Zoe can take it. And draw 1, 2, 3. And last action, oh wait, that's not last action yet. At a crossroads is essentially fast. Second action. Practice makes perfect to find, if I find deduction, it's not very efficient. Take heart to draw? Doing that one again, I guess? If I hit tablet, it just doesn't do anything. I don't have any allies. I succeed. Thanks, Charlie. Cool. That's not too bad, but I kind of wanted to draw cards. Last action, engage. Over here, I'm going to play knife, and then I'm going to engage. Also, I'm going to gain 2 resources. because I got engaged by this guy, and then I just engaged him back, and I forgot that I was Zoey earlier. Moving into the enemy phase, this man wants to kill me. I'm okay getting hit for 2 horror, like I'd rather not, but I'm pretty likely to kill him. I miss on -4s, unfortunately, but what are you gonna do? Good job, Zoey. I miss on -5, that's for damn sure. On the upkeep phase, I have to discard, so I'll just commit Vicious Blow on the second one to kill him in 1. Attacking 7 to 1, doubling negatives. That's cool, I get hit for 2 horror, I guess. -5 into autofill, huh, Knives? That's how it's gonna be? Alright, upkeep phase. 4 of 7 Doom and encounter cards. The door is locked. Oh no, whatever will we do? Test book 4, if you fail, place a Doom on the agenda or get attacked for 1/1 by Chica Roja. Sounds like I'm getting hit for 1/1 because I'm not passing that shit. No perceptions over here to potentially help me out, so yeah, let's just get hit for 1/1, no way around that. Off to a fantastic start, Zoey. Alright, so is there an argument to doing the same thing again so that I can play Tetsuo for Soak and Zoey's Cross? It's not ridiculous. Tetsuo, Cross, Engage. Where are my allies at? What is going on, Charlie? What's happening, my man? I've got so much money, but I can't do anything with it. Oh, we got Chance Encounter. We got Chance Encounter. That's a big deal. So on Charlie, we can do Chance Encounter, Emergency Cash, Engage. That's so shit. What am I doing? What's happening? It's fine. I'm just a little bit on tilt by Charlie's complete lack of allies and this Night Gaunt refusing to be hit. The E-Cash is obviously wrong. I'm afraid of putting curses in the bag because this guy is essentially doubling them. But I mean, like, I'm still swinging at an accurate... Yeah, a curse is essentially a -4, which with any other token that's negative afterwards will be a miss. I don't want to play Deep Knowledge. I'll need this money eventually. I promise I'm not trolling. I play Emergency Cash and then a Chance Encounter that gets the dog. Then I engage this guy. That's my last action. I slap him with the dog to try to dig curses out of the bag. Cool. He takes 1 damage. Wait, yeah, it's only -1, so that'll work. All right, Zoey, if you could get your shit together, I would really appreciate that. Play the Cross, play Tetsuo. Engage him back. What is happening? This is so dumb. Anyway, Zoey's Cross pings him again. There's no reason to do that. He's dead to the knife or he's not dying. We're not doing the double engage ever again. We're fucking done. All right, Zoey. Come on, I believe in you. Okay, that's a -8. Hey, look at that. Good job. You did it. Forgot to exhaust Zoey's Cross, not that it mattered. We got through the unstoppable force that is one chumpy Night Gaunt. Like, dear God, this enemy shouldn't have been a problem. Although, to be fair, I don't have a beat cop in play. I'm only swinging at 6. And if you're doubling negative tokens and you assume that you're trying to beat a -2, this is essentially a 5-fist enemy with 3 health. So I guess it's not that chumpy. I guess this guy's actually pretty tough. He just looks like he should be a chump. Anyway, upkeep's done. Top of the round, 5 of 6 Doom. Are we supposed to be like stopping a robbery or something? Because I don't feel like that's happening. Yeah, I'm getting slaps. I'll just take my damage, it's fine. Just take it 1/1 again. Go ahead, do your worst. What are you gonna do about it? Kill Tetsuo? You think I care? Can we leave this start yet? Are we good? I don't need to spend any turns on Charlie engaging enemies. Good. See, I have 12 resources on you for some reason. Have I played both emergency caches? Yeah, I've played both take hearts, both emergency caches, although one of the take hearts did fail. Okay, we're finally doing something. Maybe. I'm gonna move up to, I guess, either of these locations or these locations is the same. Just better than not go to the dead ends. For the life of me, I don't remember what any of these do. I'm gonna go to top left. It's got a single clue. Boo! I can't use practice makes perfect for deduction effectively now. Spend 1 clue to test 4 foot, huh? and spend 2 clues to test 2 foot. I'm gonna be honest, like, I think I'm just gonna leave. That place sucks. I'm not doing 5 shroud and foot tests, I'm leaving. Buenos Aires has 2 clues at least. And still 4 shroud, which is a lot, but hey. And a book test, like that's what I actually want to do. Not that I'm any good at them right now, but I feel better about them. Going to investigate with my last action. Oh, sorry, I'm going to investigate as a lightning bolt with my dog and use practice makes perfect. We're currently at 7. Deductions at the top, it won't be played, and there's not really an alternative other than the other deduction, so sure. 8 to 4. Cool. I'll take both clues. I don't want to get hit by Chica Roja, so I'm not going to look at the mini. Is that sensible? What's this do? Test book 4, look at the clue. Yeah, that's sensible. You just need to be spending clues to do this stuff. Yeah, I don't actually look at cards right now. Or do anything, rather. I don't have any allies, so I'm just gonna deep knowledge myself and be really sad about it. Like, we've gone through 2/3 of our deck, we finally found an ally that does something. I mean, hell, even medical student's better than nothing. Anyway, right on time, crack the case. Not that I need money, I guess, so it's fine. Zoe can just go, like, stab a location for no reason, it's fine. I should be going to Charlie's location if I'm going to a location, though. Charlie can't defend himself. So if he draws an enemy, it'd be really bad to be somewhere else. There's like 1 other Night Gaunt in the deck, right? No, there's 3 more. There's 3 more. There's the other Night Gaunt set. Yeah, I'm just gonna go face check a location. It's fine. I'm gonna come over here. This place has 2 clues at it, 3 shroud. Spend X clues and 3 times as many resources to look at the revealed side of X concealed mini cards at this location. Unfortunately, I can't spend Charlie's clues, which makes Zoe feel pretty shitty in this scenario. And I guess I'm just gonna like face check this and kill my Tetsuo. Seems somewhat reasonable. Although I think the only thing it is Bandolier. And he's got like a 50-50 of hitting it a little bit worse. And it could just be the boss though. Is that even good? Like if I find the boss, I still get slapped for 1/1, nothing changes. Yeah, I'm just gonna slap this location, it's fine. I'm stabbing at 6 to 3. I don't really need to use overpower here, so I won't. -3, that's a reveal. She slaps me for 1/1. I don't really need to win right now, so this is sort of silly, but I don't know what else I'm doing. Like, I have to try at some point. We search our top 9. We hit the Bandolier, easy game. Now you might ask, do we need this Bandolier? And the answer is like astoundingly no. It lets us spend 6 resources to play a Runic Axe, which again, we don't need the Runic Axe, but I'm doing it. Because I feel good about having Bandolier in play, and that'll be us. Everyone spent their actions. Enemies do nothing, upkeep phase. More crack the case, because that's what I need in my life, more money. Spectral Razor, that's fine. 6 of 7. Not a surprise to see us failing this first one, but still sad. This is going to be getting another card after whatever it does. Oh, this is just good. This is beneficial. Like if there were multiple cards on occasion, it wouldn't be, but hey, I found Chica Roja. Zoe, you want to help? I shuffle with the cards at its location, but there are no cards at its location. Meanwhile, our real card is Undercover. We can test Book 4. I have not much there, though. And if I fail, place a decoy at the location with the most concealed mini cards. Oh, that's fine, actually. I will need to get some extra minis, because I didn't realize I'd be adding more. But I can put this anywhere, so failing does nothing. Oh no, there's another decoy down here. What will we do? How will we cope? Oh, that one doesn't do anything. All right, we drew Rotting Remains. Do we have a Guts? I'll throw it in. 6 to 3. Cool, get out, draw a card every time. Get the Guts back, I guess. All right, our turns. We know where the boss is. Just move, stab on Zoe, I guess. If I had an ally to play, I would play that instead, but I don't. I can just emergency cash, though. Because, like, I'm still killing Chica Roja when she spawns, right? She's only got 2 health. Yeah, so I just emergency cash. There's no reason to help Charlie here. Charlie, can you actually do this? He's got magnifying glasses and dog. He's fine, he's fine. But if he fails his test, I mean, he's not going to, right? It's 7 to 4. 7 to 4, that's not even that good. Milan, please help. Do we also need the medical student? Probably. Probably. And then I'm gonna tap everybody doing estimate at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, that's just ahead, so 8, 9, 10 to 4. Easy game. Oh no, it was the Chica Roja. Who could have guessed? So no one's left in the shadows because she gets summoned. Is this when you reveal them or when you engage with them? Okay, so she does instantly punch Charlie because Charlie's the one who triggers this plain sight. We should put that on the medical student. That's literally their purpose in life, is to soak for us. Sorry, medical student. And then she's going to be over here engaged with you. And that's all that does. That's all the investigate does, is it reveals that. Unfortunately, in plain sight, we'll give her +2 fists, bringing out her up to 5, which is kind of a lot. I can throw a daring in, though. I can throw a daring in. Anyway, it's the enemy phase immediately after that, so now that she's here. And as a reminder, when you reveal an enemy, it doesn't engage with you. It spawns at your location, letting you do neat stuff like this. Daring on the first knife, up 4. Nice. I was really getting ready to be upset. So she would be killed. Only, I forgot to do this, when you expose their whereabouts, advance, nothing happens here, it's just flavor text, you go to the next one, and you can parlay book or foot 6, and you can spend clues to reduce it, and if you successfully parlay or kill her, then you advance, and you find the location of the target nearest to the Chica Roja, so our current location, place it on the scenario reference card, so we essentially stopped that robbery. Then if there are 3 targets, we can continue on to the interlude, which will just be the end of the scenario for us, because, oh shit, we're on pace for the actual secret finale. What the hell? How do you guys do this? I guess we got her in the first 2 locations. That's how. All right, we got really good RNG. We're actually going to sandbag and let her get one. We don't want to do the finale. It costs extra time, and I don't trust these characters to win it. Anyway, we heal her damage, return her to the shadows, and resolve her concealed keyword, distributing her concealed minis at the locations with the targets remaining. And we lose all of our clues. So good job getting these clues, Charlie. I'm really proud of you. They don't do anything. Anyway, we have 3 decoys there, 4, 5. This one was an extra win from an event. Group them, flip them, shuffle them, and redistribute them. This target is saved. Good job, us. 1, I'll put 2 here. Oh wait, this place sucks. I don't want to go there. I'll put 2 somewhere else. Is this one easy? Yeah, Charlie's got the money for that. That's easy. So we'll distribute them like that. And does this add clues back? Yes. So this goes back up to 2, and this goes back up to 2 as well, and those are the clues Charlie had, so we're done. The locked word now does matter, but oh well, who cares? Anyway, we're done with that tangent. Back to Act 1. She's in the shadows again. Daring got a -1 and still passed at 5, right? I didn't go crazy and draw like a -3 or something, did I? I'm pretty sure that was street legal, but I might have messed up. And I don't feel like checking the footage, so I'm just going to believe in myself and assume I did it right. Upkeep phase, we have Smite the Wicked. Location furthest from us is just any location other than the middle. Wouldn't you know it, they're over here. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until we find an enemy. Night Gaunt. So this Hunter Night Gaunt is going to spawn over here, and we just need to kill it at some point, no big deal. Upkeep phase for Charlie, another deduction, nice to see. 7 of 7, that's not correct, because when we finish this, we reset to Act 1, and first after you reset the agenda deck, go to 2 Doom. So we go down to 2, up to 3. And now, evil cards. Heavy Rain, not actually very good at passing that. I could just throw Unrelenting at it to troll some cards. I could give Guts as well, which will essentially be mitigating some horror damage on him. I'll do that. I'll do Guts and seal good tokens. What are the odds we get a tablet? Fuck off. Well, I still get my cards. I still do stuff. He's over here now, I guess. He can hang out with the Night Gaunt. Thank God Unrelenting works the way it does. I got -1, essentially no skills were contributed. Wait. Yeah, each card committed, not the cards that you committed. So Guts still doesn't work. This scenario absolutely hates skill-based decks. I would hate to play Sidus or Winnie here. Anyways, that was 3 horror. Sorry about that, Milan. Do I just want to kill Milan? No, I can't. I've got a Hollow Mirror and Soothing Melody. I can fix it. And over here for your evil card. Okay, good to see you again. That's actually kind of a problem because of this other Night Gaunt. I'm going to burn Spectral Razor here just to kill this guy 8-1. That does fail at -4, so I can hit Overpower to beat the -4. Cool. Draw a card for that. Gain a resource I forgot to. Discard this guy. I don't think I paid for Spectral Razor, so I lose 2 resources. And then move to engage with this guy. Come on, I can do this. I can do this. They do not want to both get selected. Okay. So now I've got the Night Gaunt with Smite the Wicked engaged. That'll be Zoey his whole turn. Spectral Razor, move. I'm going to double move on Charlie. I'm going to investigate at 5, 6, 7, 8. Cycle to Perception, add the deduction. 9, 10, 11, 12 to 3. Fucking stop that. That's so unfun. Fine, I won't draw a card to get extra clues. What an... Alright, I'm going to be honest with you. This scenario is probably going to go down in my tier list just because of how shit this tablet is. Like, if you distrust people, you get a -2 Ancient Evils if you fail. Or take 1-1. Like, the squid doesn't do anything, and tablet just shits on, like, every fucking character in the game to some degree. There are certain characters that you just don't want to play on a trusting campaign because of this specific tablet. Like, oh man, I hate this so much. There are 4 of them in the bag, it's not uncommon. I still get my clue. I guess I'm just investigating again at 4, 5, 6 to 3 with my last action. Not the target, that is definitely wrong. And now next turn, I could theoretically get rid of some stuff if I felt like it. I will double crack the case for 6. That seems like a thing that I will regret not doing if I don't do it now. Zoey doesn't need money, she's set, she's fine. Even if she played both of these, she would still have, like, money to burn afterwards. Anyway, that's us. Enemy phase, he tries to attack, but let's see if he manages to do it. +3 twice. 2 damage. Oh no. 4 damage, get him out of here. Chump. Idiot, how dare you. Okay, the enemy phase still adds a curse though, because this weakness didn't get dealt with because I had to deal with 2 other Night Gaunts. I was planning on walking over and Spectral Razing her the cursed follower before I drew that enemy. But Spectral Razor is still a great card, still doing work. Upkeep phase, Art Student can help out a little bit. Beat Cop, finally, we upgraded that guy. 4 of 7 Doom. We are actually on pace for Secret Act finale. That's crazy. Sorry about that, Milan. It seems like there's some bad news in store for you at the end of this test. Since I'm killing you, I'm gonna go ahead and tap you to try to pass with the star. Testing 2. So yeah, sorry about that, Milan. It happens to the best of us. Book back down to 1. And over here, Seeing Shadows, gross. Not a card I can deal with very well, but at least this is a scenario where you don't actually reveal tokens very often. I think over here I just spend 2 clues and look at this location for 6 resources. I'm gonna deep knowledge myself because that seems good. I'm at a crossroads. I take the cards myself, but that'll be in a next turn. Oh my god. I mean, we're at the bottom of the deck. Those were the 3rd and 4th to last cards. We had to draw them eventually. It's a burden of leadership. My dog gets hit. Actually, I guess I'm not investigating this turn, so I'll just exhaust him. Like, burden of leadership doesn't do anything if all your allies are at the very bottom of the deck. I play Leo DeLuca for 6. I play Bonnie Walsh for 3. Leo DeLuca gives me an action, which is the other dog in the discard pile. Oh wow, is he one of the last 2 cards? Jesus Christ, Charlie, get it together. It turns out I don't have the money to do this like I thought I did. Huh. Weird. Didn't see that coming. So I'm playing a dog for 3. I can spend a clue and look at it. That doesn't seem like it's fun. I would much rather just spend both clues. I'll gain a resource. Because apparently I need to. Apparently I need to find some stand-togethers over here on Zoey. Which, there's only 1 left in the deck, so that's not gonna go well. But fine. Congratulations. If you dig through your whole deck, you will eventually find your combo pieces. Last action is engage the accursed follower. We know how this ends already. First action is just going to be playing Beat Cop. We know how it starts, too. I can't play Hallowed Mirror without discarding Zoey's Cross. I'm a little bit short of time to play Refine, since I need to engage the Acolytes. I'm just gonna draw a card as my second action. Hi, Ever Vigilant. Anyway, play Beat Cop, draw a card, engage, enemy phase, knife, knife. Tablet, he's dead on the first knife, didn't even need the second one. Upkeep, there's the other dog. And there's Tetsuo, hopefully I never have to play you. 5 of 7 Doom, and evil cards. Aloof Patrol, so you're here, hanging out. Well, he's here, concealed mini cards at its location cannot be exposed, but they can be looked at without exposing them, so you don't do shit. I'm not really sure what the second dog is for. I might be spending my money on getting clues, or spending the clues rather. I don't know what I'm doing here. This feels like I'm just letting her take some this time. I'll draw my other evil card. That's a good thing to remember to do. Did I add Doom? I actually had to check the footage. I'm so disoriented that I don't know if I did or not. Hunting Night Gaunt, that's fine. Oh wait, Seeing Shadows is not the card I thought it was. I should have gotten rid of this last turn. That was a mistake. Like, I can spend 6 resources for a 2 out of 6 chance to stop her. That's just bad. That's obviously not good. I'm gonna go first on Zoey because I can't do anything good. I'm just stabbing 7 to 3 repeatedly. Do I spend a Zoey's cross charge here or gain a resource when I draw this guy? Gain a resource, Refine is costing me a good chunk of money. Just stabbing him 3 times doesn't sound great because, like, every time I fail, I take damage. I guess I let Charlie go first and Charlie discards my Seeing Shadows. That's the solution to this. And then Charlie walks down here, I guess, which has 2 clues. That has 4 clues for some reason. That seems wrong. Lightning Bolt to look at the mini here, and then draw the top card in the encounter deck. Spend 2 clues to cancel that card's effect. Well, I've got 2 clues I'm just gonna lose, so I'll look at this. Cool, it didn't do anything. I draw the top card. Clues cannot be spent at any location. That's gonna be annoying later, so I'll just get rid of it now. So this location's great. This is one that allows you to very easily convert clues into looking at things. And then last action, investigate with dog. Oh, that's not an action, right, yeah. Commit dog, we're testing at 1, 2, 3, 8 to 4, that's fine. -3, get a clue. Dog is gone. Spend 3 resources, dog is back. And investigate with dog, 8 to 4. 6 to 4, that's fine. Getting rid of curses for Zoey. Yeah, we have a lot of actions over here on Charlie now. I guess I should have probably used Bonnie Walsh since it was the end of my turn, huh? If I had just, like, investigated with, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more icons, I probably passed whatever number I just got. I was just hype about dogs. I was just not paying attention, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're at the point where we probably want to get charismas, though, because this is the full set of teammates that we can run. Yeah, charismas would be good in Charlie right about now. Anyway, I was trying to draw an encounter card over here because my mind's just on the Night Gaunt, I think. Yeah, stabbing time. Sure, that's 1, 2. I deal 3 damage to him, and then he tries to stab me, and I deal... Whoa, he's dead! Get out of here! Alright, cool. Enemy phase, I think Patrol always moves, if I remember the rules correctly. Get a new book, because I don't like having to move books that were already on a specific page for a specific reason. And going to returning keywords, Patrol. Each ready, unengaged enemy with the Patrol keyword moves to a connecting location. Okay, yes. So, moving is mandatory. Even if they're at the location that their criteria reveals, moving is mandatory. I'll have them walk down to Charlie Kane, because it's the only legal move. And we already know there's nothing down here, so he's not actually doing anything. Upkeep phase. Milan is back. The Day of Reckoning has come. It doesn't do a whole lot in this scenario. Enemy phase, or Mythos phase rather. 6 of 7 Doom. Enemy cards. I can either lose actions or get attacked. Gonna be honest, not giving a whole lot of a shit right now. We can lose the actions, because we're probably just not doing this one. Cool, I guess I'm discarding some cards then, eh? Ever Vigilant and Tetsuo can go. Although I kind of want the Tetsuo, he's not necessary. I want to keep Refine, that's free experience, I'll find the time for it. I don't need Vicious Blows at all. I don't really need the Overpowers. Like, these are cards I don't want to discard, but I mean, yeah, sometimes you just draw, discard 4 cards, no counterplay. That's a pretty rough card, and I'm not thrilled to see it exist. I move and engage, and that's my whole turn. Yep. Move, engage, Zoe's Cross for 1. Meanwhile, over here in Charlie Kane land, I can't play any of these allies in my hand. I have all the soak in the world, but no way to use it. I'll replace the dogs with it if I need to. I mean, I'm just setting up to start doing stuff next turn when I'm able to do stuff, right? I'm going to draw a card to take a horror. Play Milan over a dog so I can get the dog back just to have soak in play. Like, I want the soak being played. And if that's all I'm doing it for, then I kind of just want to play art students. It's fine. But yeah, I'm drawing a card that deals a horror to me. I'll throw it on... I'll throw it on Leo. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to screw up and kill him, right? I would never do that a second time. And after that, I discard a dog so I can get it back a chance encounter later and play Milan for soak value. Just because I can't soak horror on dogs, unfortunately, and don't have a charisma yet. And I'm going to want to be in this location at the start of the round next time to immediately get this one done. Is this limit once per round or anything? No, but I can only spend 2 clues the one time. So I'm going to want to start with this location up here, so I can get the 2 clues from it and then just get these minis the hard way. Get the single mini the hard way. I don't have to have all of them be here. Okay, that seems good for me. We're set up. This guy attacks. I knife him. Easily killed. Upkeep phase. Another Runic Axe. Another Practice Makes Perfect. Agenda advances. Elder Sign released. Day of Reckoning discarded. Where was she at? Ah, she was here. Damn champ. She gets this target, unfortunately. I'm gonna put these on the agenda, I guess. Like, the agenda tells you to put them where. Yeah, place it on her, but like I'm moving her card around a lot, so putting it on her is just awkward. I'll do it, I just hate it. Anyway, let's get all of our decoys together again. Should have a deck of 6 at the end of things. Yep. We're gonna put 2 down here. And then we have to put another one somewhere else. I mean, it's the same. I don't have any opinions, but I know this place sucks, so I'll do the one next to us. And clues regenerate, so this goes back up to 2. And this always starts with 2 doom when it goes back over. Is there anything I've missed? If I have, I've missed it so thoroughly that I do not know. Clear all clues, I shouldn't have any. Yeah, 2 doom, continuing onwards, evil cards. Knives in the dark, hate to see it. Coterie Envoy, can you stop that? Why are you like this? I need to look at these. I can afford to just like wait a turn to look at them, it's fine. Okay, first action, I toss the survival knife for a Runic Axe. Second action, I engage the man. Third action, I slap him. And I'm going to use my cross instead of gaining a resource so that this can kill in 1. Swinging 5, 6 to 2. He's dead. Cool. Feel a lot better about Axe Knife than I do about Double Knife. Would have liked to have an upgraded Bandolier for that, but oh well. Meanwhile, Seeing Shadow says that I can't expose decoys, but I'm not planning on exposing any decoys. I'm going to investigate here with Dog. Dog says 5, 6, 7, 8 to 4, 8 to 3. Great. I still pass at -5. Good job, Dog. You're a very good boy. I guess I should be committing deductions, but I've just like been tilted so hard by the tablet earlier that I forgot to do it. I'll investigate normally. Deduction. Practice makes perfect. Perception. Tap Bonnie. Ready, Dog. This puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 to 3. If I get tablet, I still pass because it's going to be 4 minus 1, 3 to 3. Cool. I will just get the clue that deduction didn't do anything. Why did I commit deduction? What am I doing? I'm not on tilt. You're on tilt. Anyway, I'll draw 2 cards from Perception, put it in my hand because the practice makes perfect. Going to move down. Lightning Bolt that ability for sure. There are only 2 clues there? No, there should be another clue there. All right, investigate with dog, commit deduction again. This time is the time I was supposed to commit it. I just got ahead of myself. 9 to 4, -3. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll get the 1 clue then, thanks. I can do 6 to 4. That's more than 6 to 4, that's 8 to 4. And I'll cycle perceptions. Getting these actions from the dog is just like absolutely wild. I was 8 to 4 plus perception, that's definitely passed by 2. I'm so bad at the game. I am so fucking terrible at this game. Sorry about that, Leo. You didn't deserve it. You did good, though. You did great. We got a clue out of that. And we can now Lightning Bolt to look at both of these without revealing them. And then we draw 2 encounter cards. I don't want that when I use 2 clues. I don't want to discard all of this, though. So I'll just spend the 4 clues. Oh, wait. I'll spend 3 clues, because I can just, like, choose to spend 1 clue instead of using this ability to spend 2 clues. Alright, so we know that they're not here. Oh, I have an action left, because that was a Lightning Bolt. Wild. Emergency cash. Because I somehow ran out of money. At the end of your turn, test 2 foot. How are you feeling about the star? Not great? Okay, that's understandable. Top of the round, well, upkeep phase, then top of the round, and that gets us the Runic Axe shards. Runic Axe, I think I just called it the Runic Axe, because I'm losing my mind over here. 3 of 7 Doom. We're on good pace to actually start winning, I think. Don't expose decoys on Charlie. Like, this is actually something I can easily play around. And plain sight, so we're getting hit when we find her again. That's fine, not the biggest deal. We have plenty of soak left, and Howl Mirror is available. What do I do now? There's no enemies. Oh, I refine. I'm gonna put this over here to remind myself that I got it. I'll put one in my discard pile too in case I somehow need to shuffle my deck so I don't mess up. And I move back to the middle, just because like that's what you do with your last action, move. What's this location do? It's got 2 clues, as is so often the case. It's 3 shroud, 2 clues. I can spend a clue to test 4 head, spend another clue to test 2 head instead. And if I succeed, I can look at the revealed tide of minis here. And for every 2 points you succeed by, you may look at an additional one. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 head to 2 by spending a clue. I can only do it once though. That's fine. I'm going to spend 2 resources and play Art Student for the soak, get a clue. And then I'm going to investigate with my dog at 8. I guess no, I don't want to do anything else. I just want to test because I want to try to get rid of some seeing knives. Seeing knives. Eyes in the dark and seeing. There's another card I'm combining knives in the dark with where I forget what it is. Anyway, we pass the clue test easily enough. And then I can test these knives in the dark. I don't even really want to pass. They aren't doing anything to me. Yeah, I'll just test them normally. I don't want to pass these because then they can shuffle back in and get drawn by Zoey. Tablet, I fail, and Skull, I fail. Easy game. No enemies, upkeep phase. Daring, Deep Knowledge, not a big deal. 4 of 7, Doom, and Evil cards. The doors, they are all locked. These need to go up here, I guess. I don't ever go to that location again, so that's the obvious choice. 2, 1, 4. Yep, okay, good. We're kosher. It is another dude. He's here. We don't need to deal with this guy, really. We can just let him go to whatever location we aren't going to. I can also kill him, of course. Like, I've got other options. Let's start with Charlie Kane, because Charlie Kane's gonna use this ability twice, probably. He's definitely using it once and spending a clue. So he's testing head 2. Head 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ready, 8. 8 to 2. Seems pretty solid. Let's go with that. Yeah, that's why I didn't commit skills. I know your game. 7 to 2, pass by 5. That's enough to look at both. Decoy, decoy. Cool. So we can just send the Coterie Envoy down here now, and we no longer care that he exists. So we can still kill him, no reason not to. I'm gonna double move to the last location, see what's going on over here. We're looking at 2 clues, 2 shroud, action to spend a clue. This time we're doing the fist 4 test, same rules as all the previous times. Cool. That's me. I'm not trying to pass. I'm trying to dig stuff out of the bag. There's only 1 mini at my location and connecting locations, so we're good. And tablet, cool. Are there even curses in the bag to get rid of? Yeah, there's 3 in there. I could have easily found some. So the Coterie Envoy's not really doing anything because he's gonna go to a location and we aren't going here or there. Like, we know it's not these locations. So I don't have a reason to care about the Coterie Envoy. In fact, I know it's a 50-50 between these last 2 locations. I know we have time to do both. The Coterie Envoy's gonna patrol here, then he's gonna be forced to patrol back to the middle, and I can just keep bouncing him forever in irrelevant locations. So yeah, I don't see any reason to kill him. He can just live forever. I don't want to do this test, really. Getting slapped for 1-1 on my beat cop seems perfectly reasonable. Yeah, I walk down. That's my first action. I tap my beat cop, and I just deal a damage to this. Oh. All right, cool. It was a 50-50 at this point, but sure. I get La Chica Roja. I discard this. I get hit for 1-1. I'll just take it myself. Actually, I'll put the horror on the beat cop. That seems obviously better. She has 5 fight, because Abound in red again. I'm swinging at baseline 5, 6 to 5. That's not quite good enough. 9 to 5 most definitely is, so I'll do daring. 7 to 5. You bitch. Cancel the effects and icons of each card committed to this test. As far as I understand it, that means that daring just didn't get to retaliate anymore. So that is at least not as bad as it initially seemed. I didn't consider that I should use Zoe's Cross in case I needed to beat Cop Herd 2. I'll spend double charges to get the +2 as well to swing at up 3. Easy, she's dead again. Back up here, we save this target. We progress this act, and then we immediately progress the next act, and we do the thing. We've got all 6 back together. 1 up here, 1 down here, 1 down here. Only 3 left, so it's forced to be 2 in every location. Everything refills on clues, 2 here, 2 there. That's Zoe's full turn. She's done. Doom resets to 2. 1 more clue to go for us, and we have an entire agenda to spare, essentially. Because if she gets a second one, that's not gonna matter. It's just gonna be inconvenient. The Coterie Envoy, unfortunately, will go somewhere, but we can just make him go to the 1 location we suck at and bounce back and forth there until we know that's the place we need to go, and then we can make him go somewhere else. Not a problem. Upkeep phase. Nothing else to worry about, I don't think. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. 3 of 7 Doom, evil cards. Pounding Rain. This is why we were originally playing for Soak a while back. Yeah, we just take this 3 head test and expect to fail it. -1, that's the full 3 damage. Goodbye. And, do I want to sack Milan too? Do I really need him? I don't really need this Milan. I got another one to replay anyway. Milan's gone too. Hey, Bound Night God. I'm substantially better at fighting you than I used to be. By the way, top of the round, 2 more charges on Runic Axe. You got 3 health? Let's go ahead and say you have 1 health instead. Or 2 health, rather. 1 swing of health. And that brings us to our turns. I'll go first here, just because I want to see what happens. I'm spending a charge, swinging 5, 6 to 1. That fails at the -4, unfortunately. But only at the -4. Easy game. All right, next I want to play Stand Together. And then walk back to the middle. That'll be that turn. Over here, because of all this money we've got, we can afford to play a Milan. Down to 3 cash. And then we're going to move back to this one location over here. We should do that last once we have the clues. Are we just brute forcing our way through that one? That seems like it could kind of suck. We're going to over-succeed this test, but that's not enough clues, so we need to test here at 8 to 2. I don't have any deductions. Practice makes perfect, can't hit deduction, but I can hit something and then fail to work anyway. I mean, it's just unrelenting, so there's nothing else to do. Draw 2, pull a token. Oh, get ready, dog. Nice. Very nice. Take the clue. Oh, I should have gotten rid of my clues when we advanced that, so that's the one thing I was forgetting. I knew there was something going wrong. So we got 1 clue now. Next action, do I just want to art student down for the soak? I do. Art student for the soak. Get this clue. Don't need to make perfectly efficient use of my dogs here, it's fine. Move to the middle. And test these, but I don't even want to pass. I just want to keep these in front of me. Because I'm not revealing decoys, that's just thoroughly not my job. And also, even if I did, like, it's fine. I can just take 4 damage once because we're doing it knowing that we'll end the game. But I mean, I'm probably not doing that, let's be honest with ourselves. Anyway, Coterie Envoy needs to do something, he's forced to move. We can actually make him move here, which is objectively worse because he's in a loop enemy, so why would I do that? Ignore me. 4 of 7, Doom, evil cards. Oh, I didn't take upkeep phase. Let's do that, it's very important because without upkeep phase, we forget top of the round and we forget charges. Anyway, what's this do? Get attacked for 1/1. That's fine, really. I'm not too upset about that. Yeah, I'll just take the attack for 1/1 and put the damage on Hound, the horror on Art Student. All right, that card's terrifying. Gonna have to fix that. Seeing Shadows is just able to deal you so much horror. It turns a bad streak of autofails where you got unlucky into a like catastrophic situation where you're just dead because of the horror you've taken in addition to failing your turn. I think Coterie Envoy getting killed this turn is reasonable. Like, I just engage him, Zoe's cross him, and get rid of this as my first action. Well, my first 2 actions. I could also just, like, ignore him and go brute force through shit, but I definitely spend 2 actions doing this, and I feel like the sensible thing to do is tap the cross and kill him with reaction just to get him off the board in case he does start to matter. Charlie Kane hasn't taken his turn yet, he just doesn't feel like flipping when I click upkeep sometimes. I've got the other chance encounter to bring back the dog if I ever have money. Gonna walk down on Charlie Kane for obvious reasons. And we need to investigate this, so Lightning Bolt, 8 to 3. That's just so strong. This dog is out of control. I think Charlie Kane and the Summoned Hounds would make a pretty good band name, right? Anyway, we're investigating 8 to 3. I've already drawn my weaknesses, so just like get more cards. Let's not do the Elder Sign. That was not what I meant to do. Curse, Skull. Skull is -1, I think. Yeah, easy game. Actually, it's -2, but still, easy game. Release those cards. I already had chance encounter, so I forgot to draw. Boys, we are at a crossroads. So here's the one downside of at a crossroads. When you've just won already, it starts to kind of suck. What am I drawing if I shuffle Zoe's deck? Like, what do I get? I get a... Nope, I've used Vicious Blows already. I've used Stand Together's, Guts, Darings. There's 1 Daring in there. There's a Spectral Razor in there. I'll give Zoe 1 of them. I'm gonna drop this on top of the, like, pull button to remind myself that I'm losing an action next turn. So 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. So my last card is Daring. I already know that. I've got Let Me Handle This for Charlie now. That's nice to see. Oh, did I just miscounting? Is the last card another Let Me Handle This? Yeah, I just missed the Daring in my discard pile. Spectral Razor was the main decider for me. So that's 1 Crossroads resolved. I can get an action at the cost of a random card in my hand. And you do discard after you take the action, so I could just throw away my Art Student for second Hound right now. And I think I have the Horror Soak to survive if I do that. It only costs me 1 Horror. So I'll get an action immediately. I use that action to play Hound from my discard pile, which should be the first card in it. Goodbye, Art Student. You did your job. You got a clue. You protected me from a horror damage. Who had this damage? Everyone who can have damage already had it. What is this from? I have to Control Z. Why'd I do that? Why'd I put 2 damage tokens on my dog instead of just updating this one to 2? Anyway, like I was saying a second ago, I'm an idiot and didn't count my resources. So, I'll still take this out of Crossroads myself. And I just really need to not discard specifically out of Crossroads. Easy game. So that was my out of Crossroads action. Now I'll play it as I was trying to a second ago before I lost my mind and get the Hound back. That'll be my second action. And I guess I just want to get the clue. I mean, that seems reasonable. Yeah, I'll investigate at 8 to 3. Yeah. 5 to 7 to 3 rather. And 5 to 3 still, we get the clue. I'm gonna take this head test now by spending a clue. The test against 2. I tap Zoey, Chris, and I ready the summoned hound. Why'd I call you Zoey? Bonnie. Who the hell is Zoey? My partner. Zoey's not an ally asset. She's an entire character, Charlie. Jesus. Okay, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 5 to 2. But hey, I'm still probably passing. And that'll be my last actual action, 6 to 2. Very nice. That means I actually get to check both. Just decoys. Last action, summoned hound, 8 to 3 again. Take the clue. Good job, Bonnie. This is just a disgusting amount of free actions a turn. Like, yeah, technically I have ones, but I get to investigate at base 5 3 times every turn in addition to my normal turn, so I mean, like, it's a lot more than that, actually. Summoned Hound is so gross. I feel very good about making a deck that's nothing but draw and then the Summoned Hound combo. Anyway, that's his last action, end of turn. This guy tries to stab, but does he get to? Currently looking at 7 to 2, that beats -5, we're not committing. Good thing we didn't, get out of here. And top of the round, well, all right, there's a lot to go. Upkeep, and we're actually already at full Runic Axe, so not that much to go. We just did Doom when I was losing my mind. We got Take Heart and Let Me Handle This. This is not gonna gain Surge. It's a Foot or Book 4 test, and if you fail, all right, there's no penalty for failing. Oh no, I failed. There's more decoys at this location we know is fine. Seeing Shadows, good to know I can spend my turn discarding that again. Coterie Envoy is gone. This is the easiest location to deal with. I'm gonna go first on Charlie, move, dog. And dog is investigating 8 to 4. That's fine, I'll commit Take Heart in case I get screwed. Take Heart does nothing, but not because of the tablet this time, because that's just how the game works. And I'm going to Lightning Bolt look at this, draw an encounter card. That's not where you're supposed to be. That is incorrect. Heavy Rain, what if we didn't? I don't feel like doing that, get out of here. And use the other Lightning Bolt now. Also a decoy, draw my encounter card. I will spend a clue. Cool. I've done 2 move actions so far. I will continue to use dog. Dog investigates 8 to 4 again. At this point, there is no reason not to use Chris and Bonnie to ready dog. A million. I don't care what the numbers are. The game doesn't either. Anyway, dog again. 8 to 4. Wait, that's not an action. That's why I used Bonnie. I figured if I failed, it would mean that I didn't have anything to do anyway. So by doing that, I proved myself to auto fail and get another chance at dog. And I walk back to middle. And we don't actually expose those. Those are just like, they could be anything. Who knows what cards those are. Anyway, Zoey, please get rid of this. And, is there any chance of anyone dying? You have 3 Horror Soak and 1 left. I'm fine over here. I walk to the location where I will be killing LaChico Roja next turn, and that's me. Upkeep phase. Haha! I caught it at the last second. I didn't have that action because of At a Crossroads. I do take a horror. I will take the horror myself. Getting a bit low on horror. I could kill my beat cop, but I don't want to. I'll toss Daring. Daring's like the only way I can die is if I get myself killed by giving them Retaliate. Upkeep over here as well. I forgot to do these tests. Let's take some curses out. Come on, game, whenever you're ready. There we go. Cool. Upkeep's done. Top of the round. 6 of 11 Doom. I might have clicked that twice. I don't think I did. Test book 4, and I'm going to get hit for 1-1 for failing. We're going to a 5-shroud location. I need Milan alive. Okay, what I can do is I can play Let Me Handle This and test at 0 against this on Zoey. And then if it fails, I can take the damage on Beat Cop and just play a new one. That could potentially leave me dead to autofail on... Alright, that's actually already dead to autofail on Heavy Rains. That's a little bit terrifying. So, seeing as it doesn't matter anymore, I'm just gonna go ahead and go through with that plan. Alright, cool. Beat Cop, I'm sorry that happened to you. But also that was the plan, so I mean... Coterie Envoy doing literally nothing, a lot less bad than autofail on Heavy Rains. Cool. Up here, I'm going to move. I am going to play a new Beat Cop. And because the only way to lose is to not have any soak remaining, I'll go ahead and get a Soothing Melody as my last action. Then I'm going to move up as Charlie Kane. This is a 5-shroud location. The foot 4 test is a little bit icky. But we only need to do it once, really. It's 2 clues to do it. I'm going to investigate with a dog first so I can get efficient use out of Bonnie. That's 8 to 5. I'll go up to 10 to 5 to beat the -4. Yeah, I didn't commit skills this time. I've learned my lesson game. Get this clue. I'm going to spend 2 clues to test at foot 2. I'm going to use Bonnie to go from 1 to 4. Ready the dog. That's not as high as you want it to be. I'm going to seal some bad tokens like -4s and -3s and Cultist. Tablets won't matter. I'll pass on Tablet. I'll do Hound as well. That puts me at 3, 4, 5, 6 to 2. So on Tablet, I go down to 5 to 2 and I still pass by 2 and get to see both of them. Cool. Skull -2, that's good enough. Bringing me down to 4 to 2. I get to look at both. It's the bottom one. All right, cool. As an action then, nope, not as an action. I'm just going to investigate with Summoned Hound. 8 to 5. Do I need to? Is it better to wait so that Zoey can have a full turn to kill it? If I hadn't played Hallowed Mirror, she would die when she spawned because of Beat Cop Cross. Good job, Nick. You are great at this game. I'm going to go ahead and just use the last Blossom real quick and heal us both for a damage, speaking of me being bad at the game. Just heal us both for a damage and a horror real quick, because apparently we just don't need to get rid of Bound in Red today. Is Bound in Red like 2 copies left in the deck? You'd think it would be here. I'm confused. Is Bound in Red not in this scenario? Apparently not. That's real weird. You would think Bound in Red would be here. Okay. It makes sense, I guess. You already have a lot of action taxes on these locations. You already get hit by her all the time. I guess it makes a lot of sense that Bound in Red's not here. Yeah. This scenario would be so insanely hard if Bound in Red can mess you up. Anyway, am I dogging or not? Now that she's been healed, I don't feel any fear. I'm going to dog 8 to 5. She is summoned. She comes down, all the decoys go away. And I've successfully created the only situation in which I can fail to kill her. There's nothing I can do to improve my odds. It's just like the way it is. I've just messed up. I'm just gonna gain 2 resources in shame, pull from the bag twice for these knives in the dark. And we're gonna autofail this real bad, because that's the only thing that can happen. Oh, when I pull her, she doesn't attack, because there is no hidden in plain sight this time. Okay, weird. All right, but we're fine. We're gonna commit every single thing we have on the assumption that we draw curse into curse into curse into -4. And then we're gonna hit autofail. I think that's the plan. So we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 6 from the knife, 7 from the beat cop, 11 from our stat line. So we're up 8. What an easy game, she's dead. And this time she actually will die, because we're going to go to interlude 3, cast a light, or rather, we're going to take this when we advance, put this here, we're up to 3, so we go to cast a light. And in Cast a Light, since she has a target, we go straight to R1. We don't get the optional ending. And in this, we earn 1 bonus experience for each target that was there. Is she in the display or not? We haven't seen the last of Chica Roja. Mark 1 time. Someone gets the Weeping Lady. That's all fine. I'll do that now. We're going to mark the time. We're going to give Charlie the Weeping Lady, just like everything else, probably, unless there's a very clear reason to give this to Zoey. Put a copy of this over here so I can't ever delete it by accident. Yeah, you're not the one who needs clues, Zoey. Actually, I'm going to give this to Zoey. And put the clue on this side, or the Weeping Lady, rather. Because now Zoey can use this to get a clue in those scenarios where if you don't have a clue, you discard half your hand and protect herself from that awful, awful card. So that's actually very helpful. And Chica Roja, haven't seen the last of her. So here's the confusion, right? Advance when she would be defeated. And then you read the scenario card. And if you don't read the scenario card, or the scenario interlude rather, then you would heal her and put her back here. But instead, we read the interlude, and you check the targets in play, and there are targets on her, so we go to R1, and then in R1, she gets away. We fail to capture her. I think she's not in the victory display. You advance before she goes in, and you then don't get victory for her. So it's just the 3 on this card. We're just getting 3 experience. Which is why we banked 5 on Zoey. It's fine, I guess. I would really like to get 4 because I'm going to miss out on an experience from down the rabbit hole now, but oh well. But yeah, I don't think you actually get experience for her unless you go into the finale and she dies? Presumably? I guess she can die in the finale then. I've deleted those cards already because I knew I wasn't playing it, but I'm guessing that's the only way to get victory from her. But yeah, that was a solid scenario. A little bit awkward at places, but we won, and we won pretty comfortably, so I've got nothing bad to say about the characters this time around. Runic Axe still doing good. Survival Knives letting me down a little bit as a repetitively true -5s and autofails, but hey, that's fine. Zoey's doing really well, and Charlie with the Summoned Hounds is just so much power. Like, I thought I wanted Abigail and Encyclopedia for any stat at 5 for a round, which is a cool combo. But because there are so many cards that hollow the top card of your deck like that, I'm worried about combos breaking, and the more combos I put in my deck, the more likely they are to break. So by not running Abigail, I just have more reliable cards in Magnifying Glass and Christopher, where I don't need both to get any value. And I'm getting way more than enough action compression just out of the 2 hounds. So yeah, 3 experience, nothing else. What are we doing in terms of the routing after the scenario? All right, it's time for the most ridiculous part of this route. I don't know like what you think I'm going to do, but it's probably not this. From Buenos Aires, I travel around the world to Sydney. We go to page 49. In Sydney, we have not yet lost 20 times, so we're going to Ringing Hollow 1. What did we tell Taylor? We told the truth to Taylor. So we go to Ringing Hollow 2. And now we can go to London and write 27H. We're allowed to go back to London now. After that, we're going to go to Perth. Let me make sure there's no additional text, like marking time or anything. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Nope, we're good. We go to Perth, that's 55. And remember how we just met Dr. Irwin? Well, we have met her, and it has not been 25 or more times, so we proceed to number 2. And in number 2, we get to record she's traveled to New Guinea. In addition, we all earn 1 experience, so actually that is the 4th experience I was looking for. Nice. And on that note, I just remembered that Zoey actually played Refine, so she's getting another experience for the axe. And then under time pass, we're gonna write Delta under the current time. It's only used as a time marker, and I'm not actually gonna write it because it's used in a Mana Quarry at 45p, which we're gonna be going to immediately and making it irrelevant. Because from Perth, we backtrack through Sydney. Stack up, damn you. There we go, nice and pretty. Anyway, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times so far. Should mark these as I go. We got to this event here. Let's see what it does. Epsilon. Because Epsilon is passed, now every scenario we're going to add a member of the Red Coterie that hates us to the scenario. I don't know when or why this stuff broke. It was all laid out nice and pretty at the start of this, and at some point in time it just sort of exploded. I wish you hadn't done that. So I'm just going to make them into decks again, because that looks a little bit less ruined. Anyway, the people who hate us so far are Amaranth, and as well Chica Roja. So I'm going to start keeping these guys over here. That way I can remember they're supposed to be here, and in case I accidentally delete them, I'll put second copies up here. Anyway, one more time as we continue on and we go to Mana Quarry, page 45. And here, it has not been more than 10 times since Delta. We went to it immediately after. It's only been 2 times. So we go to Metamorphosis 2, go through all this text, and we record that she joined the cell. And at this point, I'm actually going to go ahead and cross off all the other stuff that we've had, because that is necessarily true if she joined the cell. And there's just too much text in this. We're going to run out of space eventually. And now we can choose to add her to a deck if we want to. I'm pretty sure she doesn't fit in either of our decks. She's giving you +1 head for an ally slot, which if you're a Mystic is amazing, but if you're anyone else, it's like, ugh, what am I doing with that for? She has 2/3 soak for 2, which is an amazing rate. The big thing is she can exhaust to reveal a card in your hand, and then you get to shuffle each copy of that card that's in your holo into your deck, or you can discard a card from your hand to draw it instead, and then you gain a resource. So she's good at counterplaying the holo mechanic, and she's great in a Mystic. But we're not going to need to particularly counterplay the holo, and we're not a Mystic, so we're not going to add her. But that's not the only thing we're getting from this quest line. Let's go read about the Runic Chime, because I'm pretty sure we're getting it now too. Next line, someone gets the Runic Chime. Both of these cards are in Globetrotting, mark 1 time. So now we're up to 14, and Runic Chime gets to go in a deck. Runic Chime automatically evades every enemy at your location, and then to get it back, everyone needs to take a direct horror. Zoe can just kill the enemies, so Runic Chime is going to go to the guy who can't kill the enemies. And you're noticing a trend with all of these going here. Next, we take a dead jump to Kuala Lumpur. We just need to go somewhere, bringing us to 15 time, event number B, and I think we're getting robbed. Oh, we're not. We're just adding a cultist to the campaign, and we're also allowing ourselves to go to the finale, but we won't be going there anytime soon. New cultist in the Chaos bag. Kuala Lumpur does nothing, so we go up to Kathmandu one more time, page 53. We get Whistle in the Wind, number 1. We accept what she's offering, Whistle in the Wind, number 2. We already have this cultist token, this tablet token, so we're gonna get an extra experience. So we're up from 3 to 5 now. We've had almost as much as from traveling around the world. We can either suffer a mental or physical trauma because this whistle really sucks, and then we may embark. They're equally terrible here. I'm gonna take the physical trauma. I think we've been through the most physical damage heavy scenario in the campaign so far. And over here, I guess I'll go down to, I should be changing these instead. Over here, I guess we're gonna go up to 3 trauma and be 6/6 split. And that should be the end of mandatory trauma for us. And we're done. We should probably record that though. The cell possesses a mysterious whistle. All right, next we go over to Bombay, 36. And that's not gonna do anything when we go there. We go to Bombay. We haven't done Strange Architecture and we're at Bombay, so we go to Strange Architecture 1, and we write that we appreciate the architecture. But now when we go to Stockholm at Strange Architecture 4, since we've already done this, we go to Strange Architecture 5, and then we'll get 2 bonus experience for a time. But for now, we just appreciated the Strange Architecture. And we don't spend any additional time, which is nice. And then from here, finally, we go to Alexandria, and on day 19, we begin the Dogs of War. For that, I'll see you next time. I've been Rather Incoherent. I hope you've been enjoying the Scarlet Keys with me so far. I've been having a good time with Charlie. I've been really pleasantly surprised so far. I'm hoping that keeps up. I feel like I can't have a much worse draw than I did this scenario, and I still got online and did my role and comfortably won. The Summoned Hound combo in Charlie is just so good. And as Survivor Seeker, you get so much draw that it consistently enables itself. I'm having a really good time with him, and I think this build is legitimately a very strong build without really any downside. I'll continue to develop my thoughts on Charlie as I play him more next time in the Dogs of War. I've been Rather Incoherent. I hope you're enjoying the series alongside me, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube algorithm nonsense is greatly appreciated because it does really help the channel grow. Anyways, peace.